Welcome back for the final quarter of this classic match. The Corio Village News Agency, Ray Edwards out there at Corio Village News Agency, giving us the final quarter scoreboard, which shows that North Geelong have got 12-10 to 72 on the board. 11-3, 69 to Bellpost Hill. On that scoreboard alone, you think that that's all that's kept Bellpost Hill in the game they're kicking, but that's not the case. Obviously, Ivan, they played pretty well for about 2 quarters and a bit.
Yeah, 2 quarters and a bit they played well, and then they just all of a sudden seemed to stop and let North Geelong in, and North just built their confidence up and came back well.
Well, you hit the nail on the head there in the end of that third quarter where you said their runners have stopped. Travail was taken from the ground injured, and I don't think that helped their cause at all. Wall looks to be carrying a knee now, and perhaps some of their runners aren't quite as athletic as they were in the start of the game. The Rockies clock just starting off there, the 24-hour locksmith out there at Corio Village. Up goes back, knocks the ball to the ground. Now, important ball out of the centre here. Hand pass, not particularly good from North Geelong. Backing out of the pack, Malcolm Key waiting for the football to come out to him there, number 18 in screen. The axe Shane Burns is there, picking himself up at the base of that pack there, Johnny Bartolo, who's been quite a good trier. Paul Miller there in screen 22, just needs to lift this quarter. The ball goes back towards Fazio. Clever play by Fazio. Fumbled the first occasion, but was over. Good enough to get the foot into the footy. Down it goes. There's Travail. No, it's not Travail at all. It is, in fact, Nathan Lewis. I thought it was Glenn Travail back on the ground. It's not. And North Geelong a chance. It was that Hardman kicked the scout was, kicked the ball out towards the centre of the ground. No mark taken. Cameron Carr up. Couldn't mark. Base of the pack. North Geelong just seemed to have the ball going their way at the present stage. Down to go. McCrowan. Been a bit quiet today, Mark McCrowan takes mark at half back. Elects to chip the ball out wide. Looking up there, that looks like Papa Smurf, Stewie Benyon, who grabs the footy. He tumbles the punt round the corner, round the flank, in fact, looking there for his teammate in Joey Barbaro. Russell Brogdon in attendance, and out of bounds she goes.
Yes, the centre region there for both teams again.
Corio Village News Agency scoreboard, 77 plays 69, 1 plays 3 in the GDFL First Division. A preview of a final? I think so. Boundary umpire throws it back into play, but not much constructive ruck work out there. Actually, I must comment today, I don't think there's been a lot of constructive ruck work today. Both ruckmen have had their turns at knocking the ball down, but it seems to have gone to opposition players most of the time.
That's right.
Here's a chance here. Bellpost, it looked like Wall kicking the ball round the corner. Been a free kick plucked out of this or a mark, whatever you like. Bellpost still going to attack. Up goes Miller. Can he hold this one? No. Second grab. He still couldn't grab hold of it. He's had a dirty day, Paul Miller. Good enough to tumble the ball off the boot, though, towards Lewis. Lewis got the hand pass over the top to his teammate, put him in trouble.
Penalty.
And the tackle was good there from Craig Eves on Adam Brzikovic. Lewis gathered the football on the rebound, kicked it. And I would be surprised if it's not 50. It isn't. And by golly, I think it's pretty lucky.
And Sid Jones now with the kick from centre half back. Gets knocked down after he kicked it, and it's a free kick there to Danny Tetlow on North Geelong's true centre half back region.
There's
half
plenty.
Ooh,
I tell you what, Sydney Jones and Adam Brzikovic, not the best of mates at the present time. The old and the young, you might say.
Yes, it is.
The old lion and the young cub. And
bit of petting going on.
And he's got the cramp. I bet you Sid don't bend his toes back for him.
How do you get a cramp when you've got someone around the neck?
Okay, half forward. The ball comes forward there from Tetlow down towards the centre wing position. Kick off the ground out wide. Here's a bit of luck. Elzinga runs onto the football. Spears a pass over the top of the pack. It goes. Boothroyd running back onto it. He's got hot opposition there. Two, getting the ball away nicely. Out wide there. It might have been Mark Hancock. It was. At towards the run of Benyon out at half back. Barry Burke there also. Boundary line looms up and it's too close for both of them. And we'll have a boundary throw in at half back.
Looks like Babsy Moroney's done his knee again, limping around there in the forward line for North.
Well, his first game back today, he hasn't handled it cleanly. Here's Brogdon, got the hand pass over the top to Elzinga. Elzinga, Zing at the goals. He's gone bang from, he's drifted across the face. It's a mark, no, it's a long mark.
Yes, it is. Schwennerson or Boothroyd.
Well, they can raffle it. I think Schwennerson might have been in front. Boothroyd might have held it in his hands for him in case he dropped it. And Timmy Schwennerson, well, crucial kick. If he kicks this one, it's a pretty handy break then. Just breaks up the play a bit. He wants to play on now, Schwennerson, as he lines up the goal mouth. And the experienced left foot of Tim Schwennerson doesn't miss too often. And he hasn't missed this one. And Schwennerson kicks his second. And Ivan Pastovic, my co-commentator alongside of me, as the Docky's 24-hour locksmith time clock ticks on to almost 4 minutes of the final quarter. Ivan looks a fair bit more relieved than he did at half-time.
He certainly does. It was great stuff there by Tim Schwennerson. Great stuff by Troy Elzinga getting it down the ground. North Geelong really running well now. Bellpost still seem to have their heads down. Tides have turned.
Yeah, fair comment, and we can see the player getting ready to come onto the ground here. Adam Martin, the big fella, getting ready to come back on for Bell Post Hill. I wonder who will...
The galloping gasometer, Mr. Martin.
He's a big boy, isn't he?
Ooh.
Bounce down to the centre, up they go. Bell Post Hill through field have won this hit down. Chance for that looks like War, was it? Spasipovic it was. Wish he'd put that headband back on. He looks a bit like David War with a haircut blowing back there. He's got the free kick anyway. He's got it, just the attacking side of centre wing. And he's the one player that really needs a lift. He's played quite a good game, and he got the cramp there a minute ago after, applying a fair income headlock. They would have been proud of a festival hall many years ago. Here he comes. Adam Prasilovic up towards half forward. No mark taken. They haven't had a mark up there all day in the forward zone at centre half forward area. Ball on the ground, knocked away there by, that looked like the little fellow Lewis there, battling half with the footy. For Bell Post Hill it was, in fact, and he's hotly pressed there by the Wanderer, Glenn Milne, 50 and 51, 101 between them. You don't see that too often. And a ball up decision is going to be affected at half forward for Bell Post Hill. They need the next goal, and they need it pretty badly. Hand pass out of the pack. Well, it might be effective here. They've kicked the ball, tumbled it, in fact, into the goal mouth. It bounced through. We'll call that one behind. Yes, we will. And Bell Post Hill just register a minor score.
Good pressure there by North Geelong. A lot of good tackles in the last two quarters. They've really knuckled down well.
Yeah, they've run a bit harder at the footy. I think that's been one of the keys to it. They've stopped running, letting their younger opponents run around them. They've run hard at it. Kick out from fullback. Benyon put himself in the play. Tetlow well tackled by Benyon. Tetlow goes back and wins the footy with pride. Gets the hand pass out. Might have been Hardman was got the hand pass over the top. Oh, through comes Simpson. Shows a bit of dash and did well too. Tapped the ball further afield. The hand pass from Hancock goes with Carr. In strife has to tumble the punt in a hurry. Up towards half forward. Clean bowls about four players. Getting back. North Geelong with the fly of the footy. Hand pass too far for Hardman. At the base of the pack, it's picked up by Christensen. Needs to make something out of this. They need the next goal. He chips it in short. The kick is a beauty from Christensen. He had a good look on Tommy Svalchek. Takes the mark.
Yes, young Tom Swaljek there. I don't know if he kick it, he's got a bit of a bung knee, but it's a beautiful looking kick, and that's straight.
Oh, how's his bung knee looking now? It's a magnificent kick off the boot, off the bung knee and everything. It's through the middle, and here come the Bell Post Hill Panthers. They register their first major of the final quarter. 12 goals, 11, 83 points on the board, the North Geelong, and waiting on the score to come up here for Bell Post Hill. They put themselves right back in the game with that lovely goal kick by Svalchek, and wasn't it well played, Christensen, at the 6.5 minute mark on the Rockies clock of the final quarter.
Classy play by Christensen. Had a look around, see his options, and seeing Swaljek there. Beautiful.
You can't put an old head on young shoulders.
No, you can't.
And he's got the old head, has Christensen, the Brendan Christensen. 12-11-83 on the Corio Village News Agency scoreboard. Bell Post Hill 12-4-76. Back into the centre. Who'll win the ball out of the middle? A chance for Cameron Carr has been shifted up the field now. Can't gain possession on this occasion. Svalchek running over the top of his opponent. Might have given the free kick away. Umpire said the player was in possession on that occasion. Diving in on top of the footy. Mark Brady working hard for his side. The ball up decision 50 metres out from North Geelong's goal.
Bit of a scramble there. Well done by Russell Brogdon. Pushed it all the way up to the half-forward region for North Geelong.
70 points. 70? Let's get that again. Cooking 7 points the difference as the umpire puts it back into play. Fraser beaten for it on this occasion by the big fellow there in field who knocks the ball out wide. Heads for the safety of the fence. Gains to about 25 metres for his side. It's 2 kicks away from the goal now, to which North Geelong attacking to the right of the screen. And these two combatants will do the combat once again. Fraser goes up. Second time. Knocks it over the top. Goes back towards, look like Cameron Carr it is. He gets it just outside the defensive 50, chips the ball around the corner. Oh, Svalchek dropped one he should have taken. Burns held without the footy. He'll take the free kick, and Tommy Svalchek will rue that drop butterfinger mark.
Yeah, it was a vital mark. He needed to take that one because Bell Post Hill were away then.
Yes, they had the runners going alongside of them too, didn't they? And, Burnsy put himself in, and as he always does, and he got the free kick. He chips it wide to Sid Jones, who takes the mark. Still probably 65 metres from goal. Too far out the score on this occasion. Boothroyd saying to kick it into that pocket. I'm going to lead into there. And that's where Jones kicks it, in towards Boothroyd. He comes from the back of the pack. He can't mark on this occasion. Barry Burke is right there with him, and it's tapped over the line and out of bounds. And the vital final quarter, 12-11-83 on the board to North Geelong. They lead by 7 points. They're 7 points in front of Bell Post Hill in a thriller at Osborne Park.
Yes, they are. It's thrown in there by the umpire. Bit of a scramble on Troy Elsinger. Tries hard to get the ball. Oh, it's
Yeah, that was Prasipowicz getting the ball out there too. He got it across, went back and got it too. Well played, son. Gets the left foot in, has to kick in a hurry though. It's an up and under kick, smothered there from North Geelong. Fazio's a chance. Carr runs into trouble. Fazio backs him up brilliantly. Eludes Widdowson, eludes another opponent. Away comes the Fruiterer. Cotton, the Fruiterer goes on the left foot towards the centre wing. Out comes Milne, can't gather the footy. It's gained here there by Eves. Eves gives it back to Harman. Harman goes another hand pass, comes back towards Eves. Eves in a bit of strife, has to kick in a hurry. Martin lays the tackle, but Eves gets the foot into it. Down towards the centre wing, half forward flank position we'll call this. It's off hands, and I thought the duck was coming back there for a minute, but it just flew away. Thank Christ for that. It's off hands and it's out of bounds.
Lack of talk there by North Geelong. They should have done better with that opportunity there.
Yeah, I think you're right. Boundary throw in, knocked back by Jimmy Fraser. Knocked back into the corridor. A very clever knock. Cameron Carr runs and meets the footy and runs hard at it. Well played, Cameron Carr. Eludes an opponent, kicks the ball up towards the centre of the ground, but Daryl Jones in front. Took the mark anyway, but the free kick was against Tommy Svelchek. Jones picks it up, wants to play on. Not much value there, Sydney Jones. Should have known better. They're going to be lucky here, North Geelong. A free kick to Brogden. The Sydney Jones ran and played on. Tried to kick the ball 3 or 4 metres, for God's sake. Should have thumped it long. Brogden elects to go long now. Down to half forward.
Pass.
Lovely kick.
And sees legs Boothroyd there in the full forward pocket region, left side for North Geelong.
Well, he's been a problem all day. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goals on the board.
Yeah.
He's been a bit good in the air for Barry Burke. Cameron Carr, I thought, did quite well on him early. Ran off him, but then he's got a couple. They had to make a change. They did. Barry Burke's gone back on him, but Boothroyd has continued on his merry marking way. And I like the way Boothroyd is now leading down the centre of the ground instead of leading to the pocket, showing he's got a bit of confidence in himself and a bit of confidence in his teammates.
Yeah. Well, that's the way we should be playing. That's what we've been taught to. Let's see Boothroyd now coming in for about 35 to 40 out. Comes in, shoots, look, beautiful looking kick, but one behind only. He's missed it.
Just pulled it away to the left-hand side. That's 5 goals for. Crucial miss there too, because the score's gone 84 plays 76. 8 points the difference. That one would have made it pretty handy. Would have made it 13 points in front if he could have kicked that. And well, it would have been a pretty handy break at the 11-minute mark on the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock of the final quarter. The ball kicked back into play. Goes out, well, just over the defensive 50. Big fists are involved here. Here's Elzinga picking it up and having a flying shot with the goal out. Can he do any better than Boothroyd? He cannot. He's missed the woodwork everywhere. He's out of bounds.
On the full.
On the full. Resultant free kick will go down here, and Bell Post Hill through Cameron Carr. As the scoreboard there at the Corio Village News Agency scoreboard, 84 plays 76. Cameron Carr not knocked up trying yet in the back
taking
pocket.
His time trying to kick it out here.
Just looking for an option.
Oh, shocker.
The kick, as you said, is a shocker. But chipping in Nathan Lewis did well, but the tackle was pretty good there from Boothroyd. No, it was not to the umpire. It might have been a little bit illegal. And Lewis gains the ball in the back pocket. Resultant free kick now from Nathan Lewis. Got too close to the man on the mark in Boothroyd. Chipped it up and under. Up goes back. Knocks it away from field at the ground level. Christensen's hand pass out. It's a good one. Ball taken here by the youngster there in McCrowan. He punt kicks the ball towards half forward. Where's the runners? They've lost the runners at the moment. The hand pass is deliberate, in my opinion, from Craig. Who's umpire says it's all right. It's out of bounds in front of the scoreboard, which shows 84 plays 76. That's the Corio Village News Agency scoreboard in the final quarter.
Looks very crucial stage here for North Geelong.
Yeah, the next goal could be the real interesting one. Here's Tommy Svelchek trying to break his way through the pack, loses the ball in the tackle. He's got support there from his teammate in Bartolo. He lost it. Field gathered, kicked it up with the right foot.
Stewie Hardman.
But Hardman in front.
Defense.
Yeah, he is a good player, this guy, Stewie Hardman. He's a stalwart of the club, and he's a very good defender. He doesn't make too many mistakes. No. He takes the mark in front here and chips the ball towards Simpson, who goes up and marks in front of Fazio and also in front of Cameron Carr. Simpson wants to move it quickly, and it did so very nicely and nice and wisely to Moroney. Moroney goes down towards half forward. Not much distance in the kick there. Kick off the ground here by Carr. Goes back towards the big fella field. He gathers, gets the hand pass back. Oh, clean bowl, Tommy Svelchek. Here's the charge coming out of the pack. Simpson again. Not to Milne. Milne goes hand pass backwards. Good one to Brogden. Brogden chips it in short. The kick is a beauty.
To the Terminator.
The Terminator. We call it the Enforcer, and he takes the mark at centre half, at the centre of the ground.
Alan Moroney now picks it up from the half-forward flank region. Has a look around. Who does he see? He sees Troy Elzinga there on the true half-forward flank. Let's see now what Troy Elzinga will do.
He's lifted since half-time. Elzinga was down early, but has come back into the game quite nicely.
Yep. Let's see. He's looking for Boothroyd, or he's going to have a shot. He doesn't know quite sure what he's going to do. Has a look now, lead there by Boothroyd, and it's a beautiful pass, and Boothroyd's taken it there on the forward pocket region for North Geelong. Beautiful pass by Troy Elzinga, waited well.
Ivan, you know Boothroyd better than us. Can he put it through from that angle?
Oh, yeah, he'll put this one right through the middle. Don't you worry about that, Vano.
Okay, he's got 5
What
goals.
do you want to put on it?
He's got 5 goals, 4 on the board.
I'll put a
Have-
fiver on it.
Put a pot on it?
All right, a pot's on.
Okay, son, you're on.
No worries, Noel.
Okay, put a bit of extra pressure on Rodney Boothroyd here. There's a pot riding on those legs. He's right on the boundary line.
He's due to kick one, Noel.
He's kicked 5 goals, 4 for the game. And a big season here with North Geelong, and he comes in and punt kicks for goal. And the way that they're running back towards the centre, I would suggest it might be through.
I reckon that's one big, cold, throffy pot, you
Oh, he's offline. You got it right.
No problem there, Noel.
You got it right, Fano. He's offline. I just see a couple of start to run back to the centre. I think they're getting a bit excited, but
I put the moz on him.
it's out of bounds on the ball. Ivan Pastovic obviously knows his teammates very well.
Yeah.
Here's the kick from Benyon. Bell post still in a bit of strife now because the ball's going against them in the flow of tide. Back takes the mark after Benyon and kick back goes across the ground, and mark taken here by the enforcer Malcolm Key. He chips it across the ground, looks for Widdowson up with one hand. You need two, son. Christensen at the base of the pack. Here's rather dangerous on the break. Gives it across here to Bartolo. His kick is tumbled as he's pushed, and Skoko stands firm in defence and takes the mark. And Skoko goes out wide to Simon Vack. He tries to get around Brady and does it very cleverly. The big fella chips the ball
Great
back,
pass.
and Brogdon, who's a very nice little footballer
He's come
indeed.
into it.
Yeah, had a good second half. Brogdon chips the ball across the Jones here, Mark. No advantage gains in distance. But
Beautiful pass. Sees Babaroni there in half forward for North Geelong. Sorry. I don't know if he'll kick it this far. Oh, he sees Terry Herseg there in the pocket and passes it to him. Oh, Terry's on a tighter angle here. He's right near the boundary line. I don't know. His disposals let him down. That's the only thing that lets young Terry down. But
he was pretty hard to find there, wasn't he? I think it took a while for Moroney to see him. He's in the shadows there with the black and white stripes on. He got the white legs to
what
match.
A beautiful kick.
Herseg unloads. He said to Boothroyd, "This is how you kick a goal, son. Have a look at this."
Oh, what a
magnificent
goal
kick.
by Terry Herseg. Really needed that.
That's his second for the day, and all of a sudden, since half-time, North Geelong have controlled this football match.
Yeah, they're
After looking
control.
down and out at half-time, they fight back and they go further ahead.
Yes, they're
Carrara Village News Agency scoreboard will be popping up on our screen in very short time. It'll show that North Geelong have got to 13 goals, 12. That would be 90 points. Yeah, thank you, Fano. Bell Post Hill, 12 goals, 4, 76. A handy break, 14 points the difference. 16 and a half minutes gone. The Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock back into the centre. And up goes Vack. He's still as tall as he was early in the game. Knocks to the ground. Fazio been a little bit quiet since quarter time, but he tries hard here.
Hardman, magnificent.
Kicks it with the left foot, and it's called by Ivan Pastovic. Hardman takes a magnificent mark under extreme pressure.
And one-hander too.
Yeah, in front there of Brad Martin and Stewie Hardman. Well, he never ceases to amaze me.
Russell Brogdon
Chips
with
it back to the
gutsy
centre.
mark.
Well, I wouldn't have paid that one. I think the umpire blew the whistle a bit earlier. Brogdon had the hands on it and lost it on the way down for mine, but the umpire alongside him said full points to you, young Brogdon. He takes the mark and he chips the ball across kicked it about 10 metres, I reckon,
Yeah,
and
10
Vack
metres,
takes
is it?
the mark.
Yeah, and it's a short pass. He sees Russell Brogdon again, who takes the mark or a free kick, whichever one you like. Right in the middle of the ground. North Geelong seem pretty loose. Belpo still don't seem to be manning up at all. And North in numbers everywhere at the moment.
Yeah,
Let's see.
just their runner seems to have stopped here since half time. Here's Brogdon's long kick towards half forward at the back of the pack. Boothroyd dumps it further afield. Bazio's there, kicks the ball out with the left foot. The kick is a beauty, and Nathan Lewis takes the mark at half back. They need something here. Bell post Hill. Miller can't hold the mark. Knocked away there well by Skoko. Miller at ground level does well, works hard for the footy. Skoko keeps going too. Knocks it back to the run of the Wanderer. Milne, he's put one in the Phil Potts area down there. It's gone through the windscreen of a cat. No, it hasn't. It almost went into the change rooms there. Awful kick from Glenn Milne, and wasn't under much pressure either. He might have to work on that one through the week, Ivan.
Yes, I think he might. I think he just hurried the kick a bit. He had plenty of time there. He should have done more with that.
Okay,
Definitely.
Christensen now takes the resultant free kick for Bell Post Hill, but
Simon Vack.
too good in the air. The big fella stay big in the last quarter, and Vack is standing tall as he chips the pass in towards half forward. Too much carry on the footy on this occasion there for his teammate in Moroney. Couldn't take the mark. Did well, Moroney. Got it back towards Herseg. Herseg give it across to Eves. Eve up and under towards the forward zone. Out comes Boothroyd in front. But a free kick to Bell Post Hill here has been plucked out of this one. Boothroyd can't quite believe it, and Barry Burke takes the free kick in defence.
Yes.
Burke just steadying a little now and looks to go up the guts. That's probably where they've got to go now. But getting under this one, taking a courageous mark, is the axe, Shane Burns. Left foot kick from Burns towards half forward. Up they go. 2 bites at the cherry. Not a mark, said the umpire. I agree. I think there was a fair bit of fist in a couple of those efforts there. And that looked like young Elzinger was up high trying to take the mark, and it was. And the umpires elected to ball this one up. It's centre half forward for North Geelong.
Time check, Cookie.
Time check will come up on the screen in a very few seconds. My director down there will punch it up as Benyon gathers the football, tumbles it around the boundary line. Here it is, 19 and a half minutes nearly gone, final quarter. Rocky's 24-hour locksmith out there at Corio Village. All your locks, clocks and anything else that rhymes. You can get them all fixed out there at Rocky's. He's a great man for GDFL football, been a great supporter of the league. Boundaries throw in. Jimmy Fraser quite content to put the fist into it and put it over the boundary line. And another boundary throw in.
Balpo still seem to be going through the motions here at the moment, Cookie. Yeah, they don't seem to want it.
Well, I'd agree with that. Looked like they'd run out of puff. The young side looks like they'd run out of puff, which is quite surprising. Boundary show in again. It goes down towards Brogden. And again, the boundary umpire's going to earn his money. And, he's going to have to throw it in once more.
Yeah, that's right. It looks like they're just going through the motions. They're not trying to make a fist of it. They're not that far behind, so it's pretty tight.
Yeah, there's not just a goal quickly here. There's still time for them to get up and win the game.
Well,
here's the big fella Martin getting the foot into the football. This might help them. Goes up the outside of the defensive 50. Burns gathers. Goes with left foot, smothered off the boot there from the axe.
In the back to free kick to Burns.
And, I won't argue with that one. And Shane Burns been a real good contributor today for the North Geelong Magpies. Takes the free kick.
It looks a bit congested there for North Geelong, and Boothroyd can't sort of lead. He's calling it high ball. It's a big kick by Burns now to the forward region there. Up they go. Oh, nearly taken there by Herseg. It's hit the deck now. Maroney picks it up. Has a look. Balks one player. Handballs it back. Sees Milne. Milne sees Schwennison. Schwennison pushes a player away. And on his right foot, he has a shot. And he's kicked a magnificent goal. Another goal to North Geelong.
Shut the gate. They're home now. The fabulous Magpies are home. Schwennison kicks his third. And on the right foot, if you don't mind, and he is happy. Timmy Schwennison, he is a happy man.
What a magnificent piece of play there by Schwennison. Just pushed the fella out the way, turned around, and on his right foot, just put it right through the middle. Magnificent.
We've seen him push a couple of opponents away today, then run away with the ball. I just wonder when opposition sides will wake up that he does it and try and lay the tackle instead of just running towards him.
Yeah, well, that's sort of the colour of a player like Timmy. I mean, they just...
Yeah, he's a good player. Yeah. Okay, North Geelong, 14-12, 96 points on the Corio Village News Agency scoreboard. They lead by 20 points at the 21.5-minute mark of the final quarter, brought to us by Rocky's 24 locksmith. They give us the time clock each week. God bless you, Rocky. The chip pass out of the centre, marked by Jones. Away goes Sydney Jones there from Maroney. Jones has a bounce or two, chips the pass into the forward line. Mark McCrowan, the youngster who plays with the Geelong Falcons now and again, goes back and takes the mark. Goes out towards Christensen, who'd called for it. He's knocked up the football there by Widdowson and Simpson there too, helping him out. Milne, the Wanderer, gets the hand pass back towards his teammate there in Simpson. Simpson on his non-preferred right foot tumbles the punt around the boundary line. No mark taken. Burke's up there, might have been claiming the free kick, might have been paid the mark. He wants to play on immediately. He's allowed to by the umpire. Good umpiring. Let the play flow. Up he goes. Skoko got one in the breadbasket. Dropped it. Picked up by his direct opponent in Miller. Miller goes into the forward zone. Needs a high flyer down there. He's got one. Has he got Brad Martin's got it. Hand pass into the goal square. Oh, the ball bounced. Shockingly for
Skoko.
Yeah, but how'd the ball bounce?
Yeah, a bit stiff there.
Unbelievable. Skoko got the luck of his life. Was able to knock it out of bounds. It was going back towards two Belfast players. That's why we have an oval ball. It stood on its end. Bounced away from both of them. Skoko got the fist in it and it's out of bounds. 20 points the difference in the final quarter. Brought to us by the Corio Village News Agency. Boundary throw in. And a little chance here. North Geelong, little kick out of the fence.
Kick for touch.
Yeah. Didn't put the boot in. It was very good play. Milne was a chance to run up. The boundary umpire learned up too quickly. He put the hand in the air, and there's Glenn Milne, the Wanderer. He's wandered that far. He's lost the boot. Could be at one of his previous clubs. He's had more clubs than I've got my golf bag.
Oh, God.
Boundary throw in. Up they go. Over the back of the pack was that Widdowson up to knock down. Jones fires out the hand pass. Here comes Simpson. Here comes Simpson. Left foot kick towards half forward. Intercepted there by the big fella Adam Martin. Gathers for Bill Postal. They're not out of it yet. He kicks up the half forward. Hand pass over the back from Christensen's a good one. Oh, put his teammate under a bit of pressure at the final stages there. Vax in there fighting hard. Who can win the ball out of this pack? Barbaro's hand pass goes back to Tommy Svelchek. He tries to beat 2 or 3, does so. He straightens up on the right foot and goes to the goal mouth. Miller's up, can't take the mark. Silvergoose can't get the boot to it. It's off hands. It's 1 point only. Wow.
What a great piece of play by Swalger. He burst through the pack, dodging, weaving, having a look, and Miller should have capped it off there.
Yeah, should have taken the mark. I think that time Paul Miller, he's just been off the boil though with his marking. It's normally his greatest attribute. He's usually a magnificent mark, but today he just hasn't got the hands on him.
Nah, not today.
Here's Marty Widdowson, unloads with a long bomb from fullback. Jones is up, can't mark, might take the free kick. I think you'll find pulled down by Fazio, and I think Jones has played in the centre since half-time, and I think that has certainly worked. He chips the ball out wide, he gives it to the run of Angie Skoko, who's been quite a determined player there, not as conspicuous as Angie Oppen is with his high marking, but he's been very determined in defence today, and he takes the mark there. Had to sprint, as you said. He tumbles the punt now down towards half forward. Here's a chance. Elzinger pulled off the footy. Umpire said you did not legally handball that ball away, and a free kick goes to Mark Brady. Brady back towards centre wing. Getting out of this one, Cameron Carr takes a good mark under a bit of pressure, swings it across, looking there for Svelchek. He's in all sorts of stripe. The kick wasn't good. Svelchek put the boot in it, got it out to Fazio. Luck's a fortune. His hand pass is all right, gives it across to Joey Bartolo, and Bartolo goes down the ground towards half forward. Chance here, bell post hill, an up and under kick, bouncing towards the goal. Again, it bounces on its end. Up they go. Martin taps it back. Adam Brzezilovic has a flag shot up the goal mouth. He's kicked the goal.
Great goal by Brzezilovic.
That's his 4th goal. He's been a lively player today.
Yeah, very opportunistic. Very opportunistic play is Brzezilovic. But there's a good tap back there by one of the North Belpost Hill players there.
Yeah, Brad Martin it was. Knocked it back cleverly, didn't he? He had the bad bounce, but it was still good enough to get the hand of it and knocked it back. And, well, it was Rookwood's in the goal square waiting. Said, thank you very much, and put it right through the middle. Scoreboard shows, that's the Corio Village News Agency scoreboard. 14 goals, 12, 96 points on the board, North Geelong. And we've ticked into time on. We've gone 25 and a half minutes now, the final quarter. North Geelong 14-12, 96 to 13-5. Looks like 84 points. It's 2 goals the difference.
Still time.
There's still time. There's still about 5 minutes remaining of the game. Back in the centre, Brady does the ruck work. It's knocked away from him there by North Geelong player. Here's a chance. Fazio left it alone that time. Looks like left it for his teammate there running onto the football. Is it Lewis, the youngster? He can't pick the ball. He was too. Got the ball back to Fazio. Fazio's handball inboard. Crucial ball. Hancock gathers well. Chips the pass in. Crucial mark, and Svelchek's taken it short of half forward. Not out of it yet. There it is. 96 plays 83 according to our director downstairs on the Corio Village News Agency scoreboard. Here comes Svelchek. He's been a trier. He punt kicks up the woods. Oh, Martin's up high. He can't mark on this occasion. At the base of the pack has been a flying shot for goal. He's kicked it to this player. We'll pick him up in a minute. Can you get him for me, Ivan? What a kick for goal. He bent it back with a reverse banana.
No, I'm not sure who that is. He's only a little player.
Yeah, I've got him in the glasses, and just can't pick up who it is.
Number 11.
Yeah, it was too. Joey Barbaro. He bent that one back against the flow of play. He was running the other way and bent it back lovely. 26, nearly 27 minminutes gone the final quarter. The runner's out saying, Joey, can you kick us another one? Because the scoreboard's getting pretty interesting now.
7 points the difference.
14-12 plays 14-5. 7 points the difference. We're about to tick the 27-minute mark of the Corio Village News Agency final quarter.
Wouldn't be long to go now, but anything can happen in football. It's a strange game.
Crucial ball out of the centre. Chance for Fazio. Lost it. Got it back to Benyon. Benyon's in stride. Can't get the foot to it. Who's that? Tetlow charging through. Did well, Danny Tetlow. A crucial ball out of the middle. Got it towards Hersig at half forward. Knocked away from Hersig. He goes back after it. So too there, Swinnerson. The ball, McCrowan's hand pass out wide. Here's a chance for young Lewis. Pacey Lewis goes on left foot. And Lewis's kick is a beauty. And the mark has been taken by Johnny Bartolo at the true centre wing position. No time to muck around. Oh, it's an up and under kick. He should have put it a bit better effect. He's got away with it though because Brady takes the mark. The hand pass out wide. Give it to Christensen who called for it. I don't know about that one. He's tackled, loses it. He's got support from the Fruiterer. Ball, they say up here. A ball, they say. No ball. Too high is the call. And Con the Fruiterer takes the free kick short of centre half forward. Bell post hill raising a last ditch effort. The chip across from the Fruiterer is all right. Gives it to Cameron Carr. He played it off on Boothroyd. He fires at the goal. He can't get it there. Picked up. Here's the little fella having a shot the goal. Barbaro. Has he kicked it? Has he kicked it? Has he ever? A magnificent goal. Joey Barbaro. 2 goals in 2 minutes. The game is alive. It's a point that difference here at Osborne Park. What a game of footy we're witnessing.
Yeah, Yeah, that was a bad umpiring decision there, I'd say, Cookie.
Okay, spoken like a true North Geelong magpie, Ivan Pastovic. You're supposed to be impartial up here. What a game of football we're
It was a
seeing.
magnificent game of football. Yeah,
Whoa.
Terry Herzig had a chance there, but he sort of overran the ball, you know. Got a bit nervous, I'd say.
Okay, your decision there was that it was a bad decision. I thought Fazio was trying his best to get the footy and might have been infringed. Okay, who cares? Back to the centre, 96 plays 95. Corio Village News Agency scoreboard, 28 nearly 29 minutes gone. Who's going to get it out of the centre? Bell Post Hill have got it forward about 10 or 15 metres from that centre position. Free kick here. You won't whinge about this one, Ivan. It's going North Geelong's way. A point the difference on the Corio Village News Agency scoreboard. And they're taking plenty of time to take the kick, I can tell you.
Axe, get away!
29 minutes gone there. They've just been told the Axe to get away from that. What happened there?
You tell him, Ive.
Yeah, because he could give a free kick away, and a vital stage like this, no need, because Axe should use his brain, which he hasn't got.
Okay, North Geelong with the ball. Jones are kicking the ball out, and the good gutsy mark taken by Eves. Crucial. Final stages, final quarter. Eves at half back, looks towards the centre wing position. The target, Swinnerson, he's up, he can't mark, and knocked away by McCrowan. Through comes Martin, he's wound up in the dugout, Martin. A little bit of a shove there, and a wry smile from Glenn Milne. We've gone 30 minutes, I reckon, final quarter of the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock. Waiting on the boundary umpire. Throw it back into place and keep the game going. He does so now. Fraser's up. He knocks the ball forward 15, 20 metres. Goes towards that Swinnerson. Chipping in there. Maroney does well. Gathers, chips it across the key. He marks, plays on goals. I tell you what, the siren's gone. It's all over. That goal will not stand, I'd suggest. One of the umpire. Yeah, that will not stand. The siren went before he got the foot in at Malcolm Keep. The mighty Magpies are home by a point here at Osborne Park in an absolute rib tickler.
Magnificent comeback by North Geelong to come back, and a great comeback by Belpost Hill in the last 10 minutes there, but time unfortunately was against them.
Well, Joey Bartolo, he almost pinched the game with those two magnificent goals.
Play.
One running the wrong way and bending the ball back. The other one forward pocket over the left shoulder, if you don't mind. Absolute sensational play, Bartolo. Chances for both sides to win and lose the game in the final quarter, and good to see they're all shaking hands with one another. It was a hard-fought game.
Yep.
There's no hard feelings out there. They're all shaking hands. Umpires coming up the ground there on screen, and well, what a game we've seen here today. We've got to give some votes very shortly.
Yeah.
Fano, if you're listening downstairs, have you seen a much more exciting one than that?
No, I haven't, mate. That was a beauty. Just like last week, there was a point in it. But we've got to clarify the scoreboard. It's either level pegging or a point. It could be an interesting one. The goal umpires are out in the middle of the ground there now. They're conferring. Okay, well, the scoreboard shows, the Pizza Hut scoreboard here at Osborne Park shows 14-12-85 to 15-5-90. 14-12-86 to 15-5-95. They are waving correct weight. It is a 1 point win to North Geelong.
Great stuff there by North Geelong.
Well, sensational comeback because the final scores, we'll just write these down quickly before they take them down. 14-12-96 points on the board. North Geelong have defeated Belpost Hill 15-5-95. 1 point victors. In the last quarter, North Geelong were able to kick 2 goals to. Belpost Hill kicked 4 goals to. Just 1 point, not enough. Well,
and there's $100 to me.
And $100 to Ivan Pastovic, who backed his own side there. 96 plays 95.
Ivan, don't you forget one nice big cold throthy pot tonight.
No problem, Noel.
Yeah, thanks very much to Ivan today too for coming up and helping out. Ronnie Brain called away to do a game at Leopold, and Ivan's been good enough to come up and help me out here, and I appreciate your help, Ivan. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Cookie.
Okay,
thanks,
not over yet.
Have you told Ivan he's got to do his votes?
Yeah, he's just about to take the headphones off there. Don't take them off yet, Ivan.
Okay.
You've got to give some votes here at the present time. We haven't finished yet.
No, okay.
We're going to give the goal kickers first of all for the winning side, North Geelong. 1 goal to Darryl Jones, 1 goal to Jimmy Fraser, 2 goals to Terry Herzig, who was quite a handy player, 2 goals to Troy Elzinger, 3 goals to Timmy Schwennerson, and 5 goals to Rod Boothroyd, and of course he cost you a pot. Don't forget that one. You might get leagues to pay for that.
I will too.
For Belpost Hill, singles were kicked by Mark Brady, John Bartolo, Tommy Svalchek, Con Fazio and Glenn Travail. 2 goals to Joey Barbaro, 2 goals to Tony Field, 2 to Brad Martin, and 4 goals to Adam Przukovic, who played a pretty lively game for the Belpost Hill side.
he deserves some votes for mine, I reckon, Mr. Przibulovic.
Okay, good players. I mark them down quarter by quarter. I've got written here for North Geelong that Eves played a good game and Vac also was pretty good. Shane Burns was hard at the footy. Harbin did well in defence, very well in defence. Boothroyd with his goals and being a target down there at full forward. Milne, I thought, played well in back pocket. Yep. Fraser had a good second quarter and kept fighting on a bit. Hersig, I thought, played all right too. And, of course, Sid Jones had a very good second half.
Oh, yeah.
Nearly best on ground after half-time. But
he really came into it.
First half a little bit lacking for Sid. For Bell Post Hill, Confazio, brilliant early on, and you got him back into it a bit in the last quarter too. David Wall, until injured, played pretty well, I thought. So too Travail, till he was injured. So maybe just the run of the legs there, those injured players might have cost them dearly in the final analysis. Tony Field did pretty well all day, trying hard in the ruck, and did well at full forward in the second quarter. I've got Stewie Benyon marked down, playing well. Christensen had a pretty good third quarter, and Bartolo did quite well. And, of course, in the last quarter, Joey Barbaro nearly stole the game with a couple of magnificent goals.
Classy little player, little Barbaro.
We've got to give votes up here. So I'll just give you a second while I'm writing these down here.
Would you like me to give my votes while you're doing that?
No, that'd be very good if you could do that, because our newcomer here, Ivan Pastovic, with a broken finger and no pen to write with, are you a bit worried about who he's going to give votes to?
Well, actually, I've piked out, mate. When I say piked out, I mean Doug and Julie Pike. We've got to give the team player. I've gone and seen Hartley Cooper, and I've asked him to give the vote today, and I've also asked Hartley Cooper to give the Doug and Julie Pike Builders and Joiners Award for the best team man for the afternoon. And this is the way Hartley Cooper has gone. He's given 1 vote to Adam Przibulovic, Bellpost Hill.
Yep.
He's given 2 votes to Ange Skoko of North Geelong.
Yeah, for his great defensive role
he
down
played
there.
really well.
Yeah,
And he's given his 3 votes to the big fella, Simon Vac of North Geelong.
Yeah, who did play very, very well. A little bit quiet second quarter, but third quarter rather, but was in the best players in 3 quarters that I've got marked. No, I wouldn't argue with for a change. I'm not going to argue with my very good friend Hartley.
Okay, and the team performer award, the Doug and Julie Pike Builders and Joiners Team Award. We've let Hartley make this decision on his own, so if it's wrong, he gets the blame on Monday night, and he's given that to Troy Elzinger.
Troy Elzinger.
Elzinger for the team award. Well,
okay.
So
now
thanks, Noel.
Now we might cross down to Ivan and see if we can get his
your votes, Ivan.
I'd give 3 votes to Simon Vac because I reckon he played a great game pretty well all day. You know, held marks, tapped the ball down, even was a bit of a rover for a tall man, you know, so I reckon he was constructive all day. I gave 2 to Craig Eves because I think he was like the engine room for North Geelong all day today, out in the middle, handballing the ball around. And I gave 1 vote to Mr. Przibulovic as well because I think he was quite a nifty little player for Bellpost Hill all day.
Yes, good player, Adam Przibulovic, isn't he? Yeah. I gave 1 point to Daryl Jones for his second half. I thought he really got him back into the game. They needed a lift. I said to Dick Philpott at half time there, I said, you're going to have to do something. You need a lift from someone. And he was the man that provided the spark. He started grabbing those sticky finger marks and Sid, well, he's very, very handy when he starts grabbing those. He uses the ball pretty well and he kicked a nice goal too. And I gave him 1 point. I gave 2 points to Adam Przibulovic. I thought he was a terrific player. Had they been able to get up and win, I might have given him 3 actually.
Yeah.
I thought he was very good for 4 quarters. He kicked 4 goals and kept them in the game and kept running all the time. And I gave 3 votes to Vac also. I thought it was a toss-up between him and Adam Przibulovic. I gave Simon Vac the 3 votes. So it's a clean sweep for Simon Vac. He's got the 3 votes there for the Rockies' magnificent plaque presented out at David and Ruth Dean's pub out there in Packington Street, the Queen of the West. He's got the 3 votes. So I think we'll give the 2 votes have gone to Adam Przibulovic. And in a great game in a losing side, 1 point. They were disappointed with that, but they have shown that they really will be a force in the finals, Bellpost Hill, with a defeat of Corio last week and now a 1 point loss at North Geelong. Not too many sides come out here and win. No. And good effort by that particular side, Bellpost Hill. And the 1 point we've got to give to either Angie Skoko or Craig Eves, and I think at this stage we might give it to Craig Eves because he was the 4 point man, and of course because Hartley Cooper really knows what he's talking about, and he gave Angie Skoko 2 points.
Okay.
Actually, Angie did play very well. He shut down Paul Middle, very important. But we've gone Noel up here. We've gone the votes. Simon Vac 3, Adam Przibulovic 2, Craig Eves 1. Thanks to our sponsors. Of course, the GDFL Bingo Centre, Bird Cameron Chartered Accountants, the third quarter, of course, Apco Easy Shops in and around Geelong brought us the third quarter, the final quarter, the important final quarter. Ray Edwards out there, Corio Village News Agency scoreboard. There's always the final quarter. It's always a beauty, and it was no exception today.
And of course, those other sponsors, Rockies, Corio Village, you mentioned him with the time clock there coming up. Peter Jackson Graphics, Queen of the West Hotel, where the replay is on Monday night. So wander over now, fellas, and have a quick pot. And of course, Max Fry Crest Smash Repairs. We can't forget the little fella, the little fat fella, Ronnie Brains, Apco Easy Shops down there in Bowenheads. And of course, the Geelong Football Umpires League. Where would we be without umpires, Ivan?
Oh,
He thinks you'd be better off. After that free kick in the last quarter to Fascio, he said you'd be better off. No, they've got a hard job to do. I don't criticise them very often. I think they've done a fair job here today too.
yeah, they haven't done too bad at all.
And don't forget that award again from Doug and Julie Pike, Builders and Joiners, for the best team player for the day, as seen by Hartley Cooper, to Troy Elzinger. So we thank our sponsors once again, David Cook.
Thank you very much, Noel. And up here, we'd like to thank you down there doing the directing today. We've had an interesting day up here, and of course Robbie Watson on the camera, and good to have Scotty Parker back with us today. He's got the camera focused right on my head at the moment, which is a frightening sight for the cameraman, I can tell you. But well done, Scotty. And of course to my co-commentator for the day, Ivan Pastovic. Hope the finger comes back pretty well, Ivan, and you're back in the senior side before too long. And this is David Cook saying thank you very much. Another guest video production has reached its conclusion.